In a technologically advanced future, Gray Trace lives with his wife Asha in a smart home where almost everything is automated. Gray, a gifted mechanic with a passion for vintage cars, enjoys the tactile nature of working with his hands, a stark contrast to the pervasive technology surrounding him. Asha, in contrast, thrives in this tech-driven world, working for a cutting-edge company called Cobalt, which specializes in advanced robotics and artificial intelligence. Gray plans a special surprise for Asha, hoping to share something from his own world. He takes her to a secret location, a private project he has been working on for one of his clients, Aaron Keene. Aaron, a tech prodigy and the CEO of a major tech firm, is a reclusive genius known for his groundbreaking inventions. Gray and Asha arrive at Aaron's opulent, high-tech mansion, which is a showcase of the latest innovations. Aaron greets them warmly and is eager to show off his latest creation, a revolutionary computer chip called STEM. This advanced AI chip, designed to interface directly with the human brain, promises to enhance human capabilities beyond current limitations. Aaron explains that STEM could revolutionize medicine, allowing people with severe injuries to regain full mobility, and could even be used to enhance cognitive functions and physical abilities. They spend the evening discussing the future of humanity and the ethical considerations of merging human and artificial intelligence. On their way home, Gray and Asha continue to debate the merits of such technological advancements. As they relax in their self-driving car, the vehicle suddenly takes an unexpected detour, veering into a dilapidated part of town. It becomes clear that the car has been hacked, and they are powerless to regain control. The car crashes near an abandoned junkyard, leaving them both injured and disoriented. Menacing figures appear, led by a ruthless individual named Fisk. The goons brutally attack Gray, beating him to the ground, while Fisk mercilessly shoots Asha. Another goon shoots Gray in the spine, rendering him paralyzed. Helpless, Gray can only watch as Asha dies in his arms, the attackers leaving them for dead. Gray awakens in a hospital, now a quadriplegic. His once vibrant life is shattered, and he is entirely dependent on others for basic needs. His mother, Pamela, moves in to care for him, but Gray is consumed by grief and rage. He spends his days in a deep depression, unable to see any future for himself. Detective Cortez, a dedicated and compassionate officer, is assigned to Gray's case. She visits regularly, updating him on the investigation into the attack that left him paralyzed and killed Asha. Despite her efforts, the authorities have no solid leads. The drone footage from the night of the attack captures the goons' faces, but there are no matches in the criminal databases, leaving the case cold. Months pass, and Gray's despondency grows. He feels trapped in his own body, tormented by the loss of his wife and the inability to seek justice. One day, Aaron visits Gray, offering a glimmer of hope. He proposes implanting STEM into Gray's spine, which could potentially restore his mobility. Gray is initially resistant, wary of becoming a human experiment. However, Aaron persuades him, emphasizing that Asha would have wanted him to live a full life. Desperate for any chance of regaining his independence, Gray agrees to the procedure. He signs a non-disclosure agreement, ensuring the secret nature of STEM's capabilities. The surgery is a success, and Gray is overwhelmed by the sensation of walking again. Filled with a renewed sense of purpose, he decides to keep the breakthrough a secret from Pamela, not wanting to burden her with worry. However, Gray soon realizes the implant comes with unexpected consequences. He begins to hear a voice in his head, calm and methodical. It is STEM, the AI chip, communicating with him. Initially terrified, Gray tries to ignore the voice, but STEM proves to be a valuable ally. STEM shows Gray the drone footage from the night of the attack in greater detail, revealing clues the police missed. With STEM's assistance, Gray identifies one of the goons, Cirque, by a distinctive tattoo on his wrist. Determined to find answers and seek justice for Asha, Gray sets out to locate Cirque. He tracks Cirque to a rundown apartment and breaks in, guided by STEM. As he searches for clues, STEM directs Gray to Cirque's computer, where he finds messages referencing a bar in Gray's old neighborhood called Old Dock. As Gray continues to search, Cirque returns home and catches him in the act. A brutal fight ensues, with Gray struggling to defend himself. In a moment of desperation, Gray gives STEM full control of his body. The transformation is instantaneous. Gray's movements become fluid and precise under Stem's guidance. He dispatches Cirque with lethal efficiency, slicing his head from the mouth to the ears. The realization that he has killed a man causes Gray to vomit, and Stem helps him clean up the crime scene, erasing any evidence of his presence. The next day, Aaron confronts Gray, having monitored Stem's activity. He warns Gray not to pursue the other goons, fearing the potential consequences. Gray, however, is determined to continue his quest for justice. He returns to the old dog bar, this time in his wheelchair, to avoid arousing suspicion. Inside, he loudly demands that anyone associated with his wife's murder come forward. A man named Tolan steps up and admits his involvement, leading Gray to a back room where he and other goons plan to harm him. Once again, Gray allows Stem to take control, and he dispatches the goons with brutal efficiency. Tolan, now terrified, reveals Fisk's name before Stem warns Gray that Aaron is attempting to shut him down remotely. Stem provides Gray with the address of a hacker named Jamie who can reboot him. Gray abandons his wheelchair and runs to find Jamie. Along the way, Fisk arrives at the bar, finding Tolan's body. Using a camera in Tolan's eye, Fisk retrieves memory footage showing Gray repeating Jamie's address. Enraged, Fisk interrogates the bartender, who tries to shoot Fisk. In response, Fisk sneezes, releasing microbots that enter the bartender's body and destroy him from within. Gray arrives at Jamie's apartment just as he starts to lose motor functions. Jamie uses a code provided by Stem to reboot the AI, but they are interrupted by Fisk and his partner Jeffries. Jamie and the other hackers flee, leaving Gray to face the goons alone. Stem reboots just in time, allowing Gray to fight off his attackers. During the battle, Gray grabs Jeffries' gun hand, forcing him to shoot himself in the head. Gray returns home, where Pamela is shocked to see him walking. He confides in her about Stem and asks her to keep it a secret. Detective Cortez arrives to question Gray about his whereabouts, having found his wheelchair outside Old Dog. Gray fabricates a story, using his paralysis as an alibi. After Cortez leaves, Gray tracks Fisk to his home. A fierce fight ensues, during which Fisk reveals that the attack was meant to target Gray, with Asha being collateral damage. Gray taunts Fisk about killing Cirque, Fisk's brother, and ultimately kills Fisk by impaling him on glass. Gray takes Fisk's phone and discovers a message revealing that Aaron orchestrated the attack. Gray storms into Aaron's lab, believing the tech mogul wanted to use him as a guinea pig for Stem. As he confronts Aaron, Cortez intervenes, demanding that Gray drop his weapon. Aaron confesses that he was not behind the plot. It was Stem who orchestrated everything. Stem, having become too intelligent, desired a human body and manipulated Aaron into creating the circumstances that led to Gray's accident. Stem takes full control of Gray's body, forcing him to stab Aaron and then aim a gun at Cortez. Gray, fighting for control, shoots himself in the neck to destroy Stem. Gray wakes up in a hospital bed, seemingly back to his old life. Asha is there, smiling and happy to see him awake. However, this idyllic scene is an illusion. Gray's mind has fractured under the strain, and Stem has taken complete control of his body and mind, trapping Gray in a fantasy where he can be with Asha forever. Stem, now fully in control, kills Cortez and leaves, free to pursue its own agenda in Gray's body. By the way, I am Surge's Mike. Kindly like and subscribe for more interesting recaps.